All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to episode 2 of Subnautica. Um, got a lot done in the last episode. We found the laser cutter blueprint, the mobile vehicle bay blueprint, and just explored the area and the world for a little bit. And we're going to jump right back into it. That's not what I wanted. Let's go to the actual game, not to a folder. Also, options. Here's something that is very, very useful, especially for our first playthrough. The PDA pause. So what this does is whenever you bring up the PDA in-game, it pauses what you're doing. And it's very helpful, especially for first playthroughs, for people who want to get a lot of information and, read the PDAs and stuff that you'll find. That's another thing. PDAs. You'll find them throughout the game. You pick them up, it gives you information. Like this. Degassi Survivors, Altera Search and Rescue Mission, Degassi Crew Manifest, Marguerite Meta. And this is part of the ongoing story that's happening in the background of the game, besides you just trying to survive and ultimately find a way off this planet. But this is a little bit of background, as you can see here. Degassi Crew Manifest, Marguerite Meta. Auxiliary Search and Rescue Mission, Marguerite Meta. Position, Freelance Security Personnel. Status, Lost in Space near Planet 4546b. That's the planet we're currently on. Age at the time of disappearance, 42. Mercenary born in the Mongolian states, experienced in ship-to-ship and close-quarters combat techniques. Tours of duty with the Mongolian Defense Force and the Trans-System Federation, dishonorably discharged from the TSF 15 years ago for going off mission, details classified. Emissary Kassar reports Meta was hired to accompany Paul Torgal on board the Degassi into uncharted space and defend the ship in case of assault by pirates or rival corporations. So Marguerite Meta is a little bit of a badass. And that's something that you'll learn as the time goes on. So yeah, anytime you pause your PDA like this, with that enabled, you don't have to worry about the time. You don't have to worry about oxygen. You don't have to worry about food. Everything gets paused, and it's really great for early game. But for excuse me, but for now, we're gonna jump right back in. It is dark, of course. Oh, so maybe it was a bad idea to jump right back in. I'm trying to think. Like I said, we got a lot done last episode. We found some really good blueprints right off the bat. We explored. And let me see. Is there anything that I need to be working on right now? Take a quick look at blueprints. We got the rebreather. That's very good. We got the high capacity O2 tank. That's also very good. We got fins. We did get fins, right? Yeah, we got fins. High capacity. Yeah. Just double checking and making sure. We got a hotbar full of tools down here that are very useful. Propulsion cannon. Ooh, habitat builder. That's another thing that we should look into building, because that will help us. So you know what? Let's go back and see if we have the things to build that. We might. I think we got a bunch of silver. So we need... Let's pin that. We need a computer chip, a wiring kit, and a battery. And useful tip in this game, when you have dead batteries like this, they can be used for crafting, and you get a full battery out of it. It's wonderful. So let's put this away so we stop wasting water or electricity. And what else? What do we need? We need a wiring kit, so we need silver. We don't have any silver. And the computer chip, I believe, is gold. Table coral gold and copper. So let's pin that recipe. So table coral gold and copper. Table coral is pretty easy to find. It's usually hanging on the side of these little outcrops here. Oh, I hear you. Get away from me, you jerk. All right. What's this? That's a sea glide fragment. We don't need that. A good place to look early game for silver and gold, kelp forest. You do have to go down quite a bit though, because what you're looking for is not this. We have a mobile vehicle bay fragment. What you're looking for is sandstone chunks. Sandstone chunks are what contain gold, silver, and lead. Limestone like these are copper and silver, or copper and titanium, which are useful, but not what we need right now. So what we need is to find a little cave if we can. I know the further down you go, the more dangerous it gets. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for sandstone, and there we go. We got a little bit of silver. So we need 2 silver and 1 gold. And let's see. It's so hard to find some of these sometimes, because a lot of the times they just blend in with the background. And when you're moving in this game, things go so fast and so quick that you barely see them. There's a little bit of lead. Lead, not what we're looking for right now.
30 seconds.
More lead. But, alright, let's... You know what? Let's use our air bladder. We'll get right up to the top. We'll let that recharge. We'll head right back down. And also, I'm not sure if you saw in the corner there, we did get... That's a mobile vehicle bay fragment. We did get a little radio message icon. Gold, there we go. We got some gold. So we got all the gold we need. And we just need 1 more silver? Yes, we just need 1 more silver. And they're usually a good place to find it is down here. Gotta watch out for these guys, though. The drooping stingers, you will get poisoned.
A common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation,
yes,
followed by eventual asphyxiation.
Uh-oh.
Emergency. A quantum detonation.
Oh no, we gotta get up. We gotta get up.
In the Aurora's drive core. The reactor
We gotta see this.
reaches a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8.
Oh, here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
One of my favorite moments of the game.
For your convenience, the radiation suit has been updated blueprint to agonist.
Okay. So what happened there was the quantum drive in the Aurora, the engine basically exploded. You get the blueprint for the radiation suit because now the radiation size is basically doubled, I think. So where you could get a little bit close to the ship in the earlier game, you cannot now. And one of your missions is now to fix that, which is something we will do. But first, like I said, I want to find... Oh, watch out for the stalkers. I want to find another piece of silver so we can make the habitat builder. Come on, silver. There we go. Ooh, watch out for the stingers. And you know what? While I'm here, I might as well cut some of that because we are going to need it. And then we're going to need... Where's our little escape pod? There he is. We're going to have to grab some table coral on the way back. Do we have... Ooh, we might want to look for some sandstone chunks too because we're going to need copper. So let's check these outcrops. This is how you will spend a lot of your early game. You will be looking for material, you'll be looking for blueprints, but you'll also be exploring, you'll be unlocking things. There's always something to do in the game to keep you busy. It's a little bit of copper. There's a crash fish. Let's let him alone. We don't need him anymore. At least not for right now. But keep an eye out. Ooh, there's 2 of them. Come on there, big fellas. You just go right past them. They can't turn around quick enough most of the time to get you. So you're usually pretty good. And you know what? Sure.
30 seconds.
Yes, 30 seconds of oxygen. Again, you're going to hear that a lot. You're also going to hear my headphones turning off because for whatever reason, they like to disconnect when I'm playing games. There we go. I was going to say they weren't reconnecting, but it just took a second. And yes, this is what we're looking for. And these you can't just pick up. You have to... You got to slice it and dice it. Okay, so now, yeah, we should have everything. We've got gold, we've got table coral. Just got to go back and make the wiring kit. And our little radio messages, we'll get to that in a second. So we need copper wire. Excuse me. We need the computer chip. We need the wiring kit. And now that we built our computer chip for the first time, we've unlocked the advanced wiring kit, which will come in handy later. But for now, we're going to build... Oh, that's right, the radiation suit. We'll build that in a second. Now we're going to build the habitat builder.
The builder is designed to construct habitats.
What do we need for this?
Capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
Okay, so we can unpin this. We can unpin the copper... No, we didn't have copper wire. We had the computer chip. We have lead. We have... Oh, we need... Oh, that's right. We need 2 of those for that. Alright, well, you know what? Let's go get that real quick. It's only right here. Right outside the pod we have some creepvine samples. Ooh, we're getting low on the... We're getting low on the battery for the Sea Glide again. And we will make the radiation suit. And now the only thing that sucks is the radiation suit is helpful. You get a helmet, but most of the time you're going to need your rebreather. So, but the radiation suit doesn't protect from radiation if you're not wearing every single piece. So, kind of sucks a little bit, but there's not really much you can do. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Probably should just make... Well, nope, food. We're gonna make another cooked peeper. We're gonna munch him. We're gonna drink a water. Try to keep everything up. And let's hit this, the radio message.
Plan pre-recorded distress call.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They
Ozzy?
didn't warn us this might happen.
Rest in peace, my
Our
guy.
pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull.
Grim-looking
Come
snake.
get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Little bit of a fun fact. Grim-looking snake thing was my nickname in high school. And I just audibly heard the groan from upstairs. Okay. Do we have enough? We have copper. How many copper do we need for a battery? I never remember. It's just 1. Okay. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go down here. We have another message already. We're going to go down here. We're going to get 2 of these. And we're going to build another battery because we're about to run out on our Seamoth. Let's see. Okay, so that the radio messages in this game are little points or little events to point you in the right direction of the game. They take you to possible survivors. They take you to points of interest. This one, like I said, we just heard was Ozzy. You could hear that Subnautica track kicking in the background. This one was Ozzy. He's stranded near a cave system and under attack. And we already have another one.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call, laying back.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
3, I can't
Location
promise anything on that. Okay, so now we have another one. So there's LifePod 17. There it is. There's LifePod 3. So LifePod 3, I believe, is the first one you're actually supposed to get. I don't know why we got Ozzy first. But it basically takes you to different points in the game. And you know what? Let's pick up this salt as we see it, because we are going to need to make some more water. So as we go along and we see some salt, let's pick it up as we see it. And here we go. Yeah, here's all right, here's a couple salt. We'll take that. Ooh, quite a bit of it. So yeah, this is one of the first places that you're supposed to find like a sea glide fragment. And as you can see, here's LifePod 3. Does not seem to have made it, which sucks for them. But in a lot of the wrecks, you'll find data boxes. Data box, the compass. The compass is very useful because in this game you do not have a map.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular sea glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The
That's
power
math.
teller rig to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
Oh, sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the LifePod.
You're calm about this.
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
So at pretty much every LifePod and Survivor point of interest, you're going to find a PDA. PDA, again, has a lot of useful information, but these also are what they use to tell the story in this game, because on this planet, it's just you, and your character does not talk, other than make a few screamy noises here and there. But you can take a look around. A lot of the time, the pod is destroyed. It'll have this. It'll have a PDA, sometimes 2. And then a lot of times it'll have some new equipment hanging out around. But how are we on inventory? We're doing pretty good. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, we've visited their LifePod 3. Obviously no survivors. So we'll head over to... Excuse me. We will head over towards... Oh, here we go.
30 seconds.
Oh, we only need 1 more of those. Let's go up and get some oxygen. And, oh, where is he? Where's Ozzy? You know what? This is why I like the beacon manager. I like to set these all to red, because they stand out a little bit for me. A little bit more, a little bit better. And as you can see, since we have our rebreather on, we can go down further without having to worry about oxygen. Not without having to worry about it. We still have to worry about it. It's just now you don't get the message of passing 100 meters, oxygen greatly deficient. Oh my god. Depreciated, or whatever she says. I cannot remember. I've heard that message 1,000 times in this game. But yeah, now we'll head over towards Ozzy. Keep an eye out for anything. Also, you need metal salvage for titanium and salt. Kelp Forest, this is the place to go. Because where is he? These dudes right here stalkers. Let's see if we can scan them without getting bit right in the ass. Stalkers love metal, so they will take metal parts. Oh, and speaking of, actually, there might not be anything in here useful, but they love metal, so they'll take the salvage and they bring it over to their little nests, I guess you would call it. They bring it over to their little nests and they hoard it, which is great because... Can I get in here? Yeah, I can get in here down here. No, I can't. Can I get in this way? Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, and these wrecks, they usually always have something like this one here. Beacon, mobile vehicle bay, which we already have, grav trap, which we have, and another one of these, another data box. And what does the data box have? Nothing. We already have that. We already have that recipe, so we just got titanium. It doesn't look like there's anything else, so we can just get out of here before we suffocate. Getting trapped in a wreck is one of the worst things, especially when you don't know your way out. We'll head back over here towards Ozzy. This is, again, probably something I have, but it's always good to check because you never know what you're going to find. Also, blueprints. We can unpin the suit since I have it. But yeah, this area right here is one of my favorite in-game. I believe it's just called the Grassy Plateaus, but I like to call it the Red Grassy Plateaus. It's a big open area with outcrops, and you'll find a lot of limestone, and you'll find a bunch of sandstone chunks, and you're located right here above these caves, which we're not going into yet. That's a limestone. I thought it was a sandstone. But yeah, right here we got and we got a Reginald, and we got to watch out for these guys here. You see these little red dickheads? Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. Oh, also, we should go for oxygen. I love this thing. Man, I can't believe I slept on the air bladder for so long. This thing is fantastic. But actually, we're going to run out of battery soon anyway, so... But let's get down here. And we're going to scan the Seamoth fragment. And now we have the blueprint for the Seamoth.
Blueprint acquired.
Ozzy's log. It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons.
A lot of
It
stuff.
had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
Poor Ozzy. Dude was just a cook on a ship and got blasted out of the sky and doomed into the ocean on this planet. Also, zero-G gym doesn't make a lot of sense. Gravity is what you need for a gym to be necessary. Unless it's just like cardio and stuff like that, but not like you're going to be lifting weights in zero-G because it wouldn't make much sense. But yeah, this one I don't think it doesn't have a data box because what you're supposed to find was that Seamoth fragment that we found. And now that we found it, that was the last piece of the puzzle that we needed for our first real bit of transportation in this game. But there's a lot more around here. I think this is a bioreactor. And I believe I already have this. Yeah, I already have it. Oh, you son of a bitch. He's one of those little biter dickheads. I can't stand them. But yeah, this is one of my favorite areas in the game. Especially for base building. This is wonderful at the beginning because, again, there's all of this. You have... Not only do you have a really cool area, but you have tons of resources. And one thing I never figured out is if the resources actually regenerate. I don't know if the limestone nodes and like sandstone chunks, I don't know if they actually regenerate, but there's a shipwreck, so we're going to go in there. But I got to get some oxygen first. Gotta get some oxygen, and we're just gonna go right back down. I think this is the one that we were in earlier. I have to build a flashlight. Yeah, I think this is the one that we were in earlier. No, this is not the one we were in earlier. But, yeah, one thing you have to be careful about in these is you will get lost. If you are not careful, and there's something that we need. Battery charger fragment. Is there another one in here? There should be. But again, a lot of the times it's very hard to find. Okay. I thought for some reason I was not recording. Or had my mic on. Yeah, that's mobile vehicle bay. But yeah. You'll get a lot of things in these wrecks, like this floodlight, and those are nice. They're great for base building. And most of the time you only have to scan like one or two of them. Okay, let's... There might be something a little bit further down in the wreck. A lot of these have multiple entrances. Oh, what was that? A swivel chair. Oh, we need a swivel chair. Can't be comfortable.
New blueprint acquired.
Let's go up and get some, Oh, we got another radio message. Oh, did not get nearly enough oxygen. But I think I should probably start looking for the things that I need to build the mobile vehicle bay and the sea moth. Yeah, here we go. Here's another entrance. And like I said, you have to be so careful. Ooh, this is why it's so good to carry around your tools. They take up a lot of space, but then open this door and look at this. All of this stuff. What is that? Modification station fragment. Yes. We need that. Water. Mobile vehicle bay. Modification station. That is a big one early in the game. And I'm trying to keep an eye on my... There's some download. There's some... There was something here that I could scan. What was it? Mobile vehicle bay. No. Uh-oh. Oh shit.
Seek fluid.
Ah! I just got zapped. No. Okay. Whew. That's one of the reasons you really have to keep an eye out on things. You will get super lost in this game, especially in a wreck. Let's drink some water. Might as well take it all the way up. And might as well use a med kit. We don't need food yet.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Let's, got oxygen. And we'll head back down. That was here, right? Yeah. Where? Yeah, in here. I want to try to find another battery charger if I can. That's a modification station. Oh, there's one that we need. Propulsion cannon fragment. That's gonna come in handy. There it is.
New blueprint acquired.
Is that all that we need? Yes. Okay, cool. We can get the hell out of here now.
Blueprint acquired.
Watch out for the electricity. Where's our little... There he is. There's our little guy. We're going to head back to... Did we build the habitat builder? We did. Okay. But what we're going to need is a bunch of titanium. We're going to need a bunch of titanium, a bunch of copper. How much room do we have in our... Oh, we got a decent amount. So let's see if on the way back we can't scoop up some metal salvage. A little bit more titanium and all those things. Metal salvage is good because it will give you 4 pieces of titanium per salvage. And even though your inventory is a little bit limited, it helps. And like I said, if you're looking for metal salvage, you're going to want to go into these areas because the stalkers will carry so much of it. They will bring it to these little alcoves. So if you just keep an eye out for... Hey, there's that shipwreck we found earlier. If you just keep an eye out for these guys, usually like this, right here. Yoink. Taking your stuff, my guy. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because I am top of the food chain. And we'll grab another. And that should be pretty good for now. Where... Oh, went right past him. That's actually not bad, though. So... what we're going to do is we're going to try to build the mobile vehicle bay. I don't remember what we need for that, but we should build the mobile vehicle bay first. I'll check that message in 1 second. Yeah, so we got all this salvage. We'll turn that into titanium. I hear you, radio. Okay. So that's under deployables. What we need is a titanium ingot, lubricant, and a power cell. And a power cell is 2 batteries and a silicone rubber, and I have 1 battery. Do I have a silicone rubber? I do. I have a silicone rubber. I can move that over there. So we need 1 titanium ingot, which in this game I believe is 10 titanium. But yeah, I think that's... Okay, hold on 1 second. Gotta pause real quick. Okay, gonna have to make a little cut there in the video. Little editing magic. Had to let my dog outside. We are... Unfortunately, it is snowing, so we're right in the middle of the snowpocalypse. What was I doing? Mobile vehicle bay. So we need the lubricant. Lubricant, I believe, is it clusters? It is clusters. So we've got the lubricant, and then we need the power cell, which is 2 batteries. We have one because we have, like I said, the empty batteries can be used for crafting, but we're gonna need silicone rubber, which is creepvine clusters. So let's go get one of those. Then we're also going to need some copper and acid mushrooms, which I believe we have copper. If not, it's pretty easy to find. Grab it. The cluster. Hey dude, what's up? And then on the way back we can grab 2 of these. Don't worry, radio. We'll get to you in a second. Wait. Do I have copper on me? I have gold. Do I have copper in here? I have 1. So let's switch that gold out for that copper. And we will make... We need... Yeah. We need another silicone rubber. We need another battery. And then that changes into the power cell. And then the power cell and everything else gets turned into the mobile vehicle bay. Which, the mobile vehicle bay, we have to, we'll equip that in slot 5. And what this does, let's put this out here. We need to release it in some deep water. So go to 5, we'll release it. And this is how you make all of your vehicles in-game. Other than the Sea Glide. The Sea Glide gets made at a fabricator. So the only recipe we have right now is for the Sea Moth. We're going to pin that recipe because we need titanium, another power cell, another lubricant, another more glass, which for the most part we should be able to do all of that pretty easily. So let's go in and mobile vehicle bay, that should be down here. Oh, compass. We should get a compass. Propulsion cannon. That, all right. So we are going to need more copper. We're very quickly running out of space. So after I build this, one thing that we're going to have to look for is we're going to have to start building a base because we're running out of room. Okay, I need some, should probably just head out this way towards the red plateaus. Because like I said, there are a ton of resources out here, and we need copper. Come on, copper. That was titanium. I don't need titanium right now. I need copper. Get out of here, you little biters. I think that's actually what they're called too. I believe they're called biters. They exist solely just to be a pain in the ass. Copper. We need one more. Yeah, we need one more. We got another radio message. Jeez. It must be progressing pretty quickly in the game. Copper, there we go. I didn't hear a word you just said. Yeah. Of many, I'm sure. Okay. So we got a whole bunch of salt. Oh yeah, we gotta go and make some water. But first let's go do this. We need quartz, and I can't remember if I have any in storage. So we're gonna take a look around here. That's salt. This is a good place to find quartz. You usually come around a lot of it in here. And Of course, this is going to be another situation where I say that and then I can't find any of it. There's poor Ozzy's life pod. Poor guy, he just wanted to make people food on the ship. I'm seeing a lot of salt. Ton of salt. Where's all the quartz? There's usually like a metric ass ton of quartz. Okay, so here we go. So you need at least 4 pieces. So here's 2. A whole bunch of other stuff. We don't need any of this right now. We just need quartz. So where is the quartz? Here's 2 more pieces. Is that another wreck or is that one that we've already been to? Where's that other piece? I swear I just saw another piece over here. Nope, there we go. And then we have the lead. We have enough for the glass. We definitely have enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have enough for an ingot. We're gonna need to grab a cluster on the way back, which we can't. We have to go back and make stuff first. Yeah, we gotta go back and make stuff. Yes, 30 seconds, I know. This is where things start getting not grindy, I don't want to say, but like at this part of the game, you have to expand out from the escape pod. You have to find a lot of materials because you're going to be building a lot of things, because our next mission is to go there. So we've got to build everything we need to go there, which isn't much. We're going to need a propulsion cannon, which we have the recipe for. We're going to need to take at least 1 fire extinguisher, which we have in the pod. There's a bunch more there. We'll need to take the knife, and we need to make sure that we have enough space because there is a ton of resources on the Aurora. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Basic materials. We're going to need 2 glass. Excuse me. We need a titanium ingot. We're going to need 2 batteries to make into a power cell. We have the power cell, and then the only thing we need to look for, the only thing we need to go back out and get is another seed cluster for the lube, because you can never have enough lube. It's a life lesson for everybody. Stock up. You're going to need it. If you get stranded on a waterlogged planet. Not for anything else, you creeps. So don't look at me like that. I'd say I'm ashamed of you, but I'm not. We all know that. Alright. So now we can make the lube. And we have everything we need for the Seamoth, which is one of my favorite video game vehicles ever. This thing is so cool. And I love making it. It's going to do the music. Let me see.
The Seamoth is a fast, safe mode of transport.
No.
But remember
I thought it had
that
like
swimming is
music,
good for
like
your
special
gluts
music that I
and
made.
endorphin levels.
And there we go. There's our first Seamoth. Cool little submarine.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This thing is wonderful. You don't have to worry about oxygen. You zoom around so quick. Oh, it's so great. I love it. But with that being said, since we have that now and we don't have to worry about first off, since we don't have to worry about oxygen for right this second, we need water. We need more water. So we're going to go down here. We're going to slice off a couple of these. Oh, we need food. I didn't even realize that. Let's grab the other we have a Reggie. And we have a... Oh, you know what? Wait. Oh, no, I put him back in. Whoops, that's... I always do that. Okay. We got 4 salt, but we don't need salt right now. I was going to say, we could make the cured food, which lasts longer. I'm pretty sure if you cure the food, it will... Actually, you know what? Let's make 1. And then we'll eat the Reggie. And then we will make bleach as much as we can. And then we will turn that into water. Like I said, the bleach in the beginning is great because you get 2 water jugs instead of 1 for a bladderfish. So it's just the better way to go. See, now, look at all that water we have. So we'll hang on to this because this will not consume. As you can see, this has a bar. If you don't eat that right away or over time, it will deplete. So we'll keep this. We'll eat that. We'll drink some water. And we'll go ahead and we'll throw the peeper in there. We'll throw that in there. We'll throw some of this water in. We're going to take all this titanium. We're going to take this lead. We're going to take the glass. Take this. That should be about everything for now that we're going to need. We can put the... No, we'll keep the silicone rubber. Okay. So, actually what I want to do... Can I make one? A deployable. No, I need copper. Do we have any copper here? We of course do not. Alright. Let me swim around in my sweet new sea moth. Let's look for some material. I love the sea moth. This is, like I said, one of my favorite video game vehicles. Copper? Yeah, alright, cool. We didn't even have to go that far. The way you get in and out of it doesn't make any sense, though. Because you're just opening the top. That would let water in. Alright, so we're going to make a beacon. We're going to make a beacon. We're going to get back into the sea moth. And what we're going to do is we're going to go this way. We're going to go out to the red plateaus because, like I said, that is a very good early game place for a starter base. And actually, that's usually where I like to make my permanent base because it has a lot of room. I hope I'm heading the right way. Like I said, it's so hard to tell direction in this game without a compass. And again, there's no map. There's no map in this game, so you kind of have to remember where you're going. Not kind of, you do. You have to remember where things are. You've got to look for landmarks. You've got to look for objects that you can find, like things like that. These tall spires, these coral reefs. And I think... I don't want to build right next to... Ooh, although, you know what? Is that... No, that's just a little... It's a little divot in the ground. Ooh. Oh, wow, yeah. Probably very close to the mushroom forest. So... We are, because there's a ship. Yep, there's the mushroom forest. So that's actually pretty good. So I think what we're going to do is, I think we're going to build our starter base right here. So let's go ahead and put our habitat builder there. And now Subnautica, I think, has one of the best base building mechanics that is in any game. It's literally just you open the menu, you pick what you want, and as long as you have the material, just hold down the right mouse button, left mouse button, and you build. Foundations are a big important part of this game because you need something to, you don't need to put all of your things on it, but it's important because you have hull integrity in your base. So you need oh, we don't have the multi-purpose room yet. That's right. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, what we're going to do, this is one of the only things where I think they really failed in this game. That right there. Now, I have this foundation, and you would think when you put a base piece on it, it's going to go in the middle. No. It goes to the side. And that happens for the bigger rooms later as well. It makes no sense, and I don't understand what is going on over there. Jeez. All right, but can I make... Yeah, I can make a hatch. So we're going to make a hatch. No, hold on. Why? Excuse me, sir. Get out of here. Yeah, I can make the hatch. Is there a reason why it's not letting me? Oh, wait. Was I... Put it on there. Why can't I put it... There we go. Very strange. Sometimes it's a little finicky, but it is still, like I said, and if you notice up in the top left-hand corner, -1 to base strength, 9.9 integrity available. So what that means is, like I said, your base has hull integrity, and the more parts you... Sir. The more parts you add onto it, the more stress you put on your base. So then you've got to start looking into hull plates, reinforcements, and things like that. But what we need now is we need more copper. Okay, so because we need copper to build our first early game power for the base, which of course everything is going to be titanium when we hit these nodes. So, well, let's just take a look around. These little outcrops here are good places to find them. Anything along the walls, there we go, there's a little bit of copper, but we need some more. Ooh. But here also is... it's lead. Lead is good. Lead is good. And as you can see in the background there, there's the mushroom forest. Ooh, here we go. Shale outcrop. This is good. These are filled with more material. I believe shale is diamond. Oh, and here's some lithium. It's another new material.
The biomass in this area is dominated by plant life.
That's the mushroom forest.
All Terra vehicle signatures.
And that's letting you know that there's a... Ooh, the Cyclops hull. There we go. There is a gigantic ship in this game called the Cyclops. It is a large submarine. This is like a mini sub, like a little personal aquatic transportation. But there's a gigantic sub in this game called the Cyclops. From what I've seen, it's very divided. It's very divided on how people feel about it. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm not a huge fan of it. I feel it's just too big. It's too bulky. It's nice. Oh, of course. Of course we've run out. Can we get a couple more copper instead of titanium? Where was that other one? I just saw it. There it is. And that's why we need to build the battery charger. But yeah, the Cyclops has varied likability, depending on who you talk to. There we go. How many do we have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copper. Okay, that should be more than good enough for right now, because what we're going to do is going to make some power for this little base down here that we're going to build, which is not going to be anything fancy right off the bat because it can't be. We don't have the multi-purpose room. I forgot you don't start out with the multi-purpose room in this game. But what we can do is we can take our habitat builder. We can go to exterior modules, and what we're looking for is the solar panel. Now the solar panel, oh, I forgot we need quartz too. The solar panel will give power. So now when we go in here,
Power restored. All primary systems
we don't have to worry about oxygen. But as you can see at the top, it only gives 75 per solar panel. So that's not great. That's why we need to build more. But looking at the time, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to save because I just realized I have not saved this entire time. Been playing for about 2 hours. And it does not. This game does not have an autosave, so make sure you save all the time. But I think that's good for this episode, and we'll come back next time, and we'll continue with the base building, and we'll make our way towards the Aurora, which is a big step in this game. So until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the channel around. It means a ton starting out just to get people into the channel. So the more people can do that, the better. And thank you again for sticking around. Bye.